This is the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast Report. I'm Sam Wilson Jr. This is the report on where I tell you about my upcoming events, what's going to be on the next episode of the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast, and for breaking music news. So I want to let you know that although my podcast is still on vacation, but it's time for us to get back to work, and I'll be recording our first podcast interview, Back to Normal, which will start in effect on Tuesday, July 28th, and Wednesday, July 29th. Now, I've already interviewed two guests, which was on last Wednesday, July 22nd, and this past weekend, which was on Saturday, July 25th. And now we are back on track. And to let you know that I'm back to normal with recording our podcast interviews, which effective Tuesday, July 28th, and on Wednesday, July 29th. And don't forget, folks, our season premiere is Tuesday, August the 25th. So please mark it down on your calendar, folks. I will let you know who's going to be our first guest for episode number 231 of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. But you're going to have to look at it on my Spotify Riverside.fm platform as I bring you the Black Soul Music Experience podcast fall preview special. So I wanted to send it out to all of my viewers and listeners who've been tuning in for the past 5 seasons. We're back with season number 6, beginning Tuesday, August the 25th. So, first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been tuning in for seasons 4 and 5, full episodes on YouTube. And during the past couple of months, many people have been coming to me and saying that I can't get to the link. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had opened up the floodgates, and now the Black Soul Music Experience podcast is new and improved. I have a brand new and improved website, which is the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast.com. If you haven't checked it out, please go to your smartphones and to your laptop, computer, notebook, and your desktop computer. Make sure you go to the homepage, whether you have AOL or Microsoft MSN. Make sure you type in the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. And when you see the Black Soul Music Experience podcast.com, make sure you click on to that website. It's on WordPress. It's new and improved. The only thing you're going to see is a sister with the fro, and make sure you go to the upper right hand corner where you can see Facebook, where I have my Black Soul Music Experience podcast homepage. You can automatically get you to my Black Soul Music Experience podcast Facebook homepage, where you can automatically see all the information on where I'm going to be telling you what's going to be on the next episode of my podcast. And make sure you get to YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, if you don't want to do that, you can just go and click on to the YouTube logo, and it automatically gets you to the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Now, if you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you do that. I have all of the video podcast episodes from seasons 4 and season 5. And to let you know that we are now up to 255 subscribers right now as we speak on YouTube. We still have 3 paid members on Spotify, and we still have 3 paid members on Patreon. So, for those of you who wanted to make a donation to my podcast, but had a hard time depending on your internet provider, whether it was being blocked or invalid, now you have a chance. My podcast is now open on YouTube. Just go to the links. We have it on Spotify and on Patreon. And if you want to make a donation to Patreon, please, we want to make this podcast to continue so that I can bring you some Black music stories that needs to be told and needs to be exposed as I continue to interview a diversity of musicians who were influenced by Black music. So all you need to do is subscribe. Go to riverside.fm/studio/Samuel Wilson Jr.'s. Don't forget to add the S to the end, dash studio. And when the podcast episode, I get the email from riverside.fm, and that lets me know that I'm automatically downloading the episode onto Patreon and YouTube. So, then speaking of YouTube, it gets me automatically uploaded to Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So, if you have Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, make sure you check out all of my episodes of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. And if you want to make your donations, please go to the Patreon homepage. All you need to do is go to Patreon. And if you have your computers, please use your desktop or your laptop computer. Go to the Patreon homepage where you see all of the Patreon shows done by different creators. Please go to the search box and type in the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast 6. All you need to do is just go to patreon.com/ the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast number 6. It's only $5.50 a month. You are helping me to continue with my podcast as I continue to bring you more Black music stories that needs to be told and needs to be exposed. Special shout out to all of the PR directors from Hollywood, California, Houston, Texas, and the UK. They have been checking out my Black Soul Music Experience podcast. They have some singers that we have not seen, whether it's back in the 70s or in the 80s or in the 90s, who are now independent artists, whether they were on Columbia CBS label, which is now Sony Music, or RCA, which was the parent company of NBC, which is now part of BMG, and ABC Records, which is now part of Universal Studios. So all of the other major record labels, including Motown and Capitol and A&M, they're all been merged with Universal Studios. And the same thing with Arista and J Records. They're all part of BMG family. So now all of our favorite recording artists, including Alicia Keys and Sheryl Crow and Taylor Swift, they're no longer on the major record labels. They have gone independent. So if you see any of their music videos on YouTube, please pay close attention to the bottom where you see the singer and the name of the song, and they'll tell you what record label they're on. Either it's independent or some DX records or anything. That lets you know that they are gone independent. And also, we want to alert you that all of my AI clips are being posted right here on Substack and also on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And I'm also branched out to Instagram and Blue Sky. So if you haven't subscribed to Patreon, please make your donations right now. Go to Patreon and just go to the Patreon homepage. Just go to patreon.com/ the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast 6. And also, make sure you check out seasons 4 and 5 of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast on my YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/ the Black Soul Music Experience. And if you have a hard time getting on there or looking for it, all you need to do is go to the YouTube homepage and type in the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. And make sure you click the magnifying glass and be sure to look for my picture. I'm wearing a tuxedo. And please click the subscribe button on the bottom. That way, it lets me know that you are tuning in to my podcast as we start off season number 6, premiering Tuesday, August 25th. We just recorded 2 episodes so far, and it will be airing on Tuesday, August 25th. And to all of those who I met on the Lineable, if you can refer me to any singers who are also music teachers, and also for those that have worked in the fashion industry, those who have worked in black radio or top 40 radio, and also any black country singers out there, we're open for you to be a guest on the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. And yes, we want to do another episode on movie and TV themes. Yes, we've seen a lot of our motion pictures are being processed with the music scene and everything. So we wanted to do another episode. But the most important thing that I want to do on is for those who have didn't write up their will. As you know, Prince didn't write up his will. And another shocking thing that I found out that singer Marvin Gaye didn't write up his will. And yes, for those who have been on major record labels, have filed bankruptcy, just like TLC and Tony Braxton were both on the LaFace Records label, we want to interview everyone. So I'm open up for lawyers, whether it's music lawyers, entertainment lawyers. This is a very important topic that needs to be discussed. So make sure you be ready for season number 6. Make sure you check out my podcast, the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Make sure you look for me on these 5 platforms. I'm on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Pocket Cast. And make sure that you subscribe to Spotify. And also, make sure you please make your donations. Become a member by subscribing to Patreon. Go to patreon.com/the Black Soul Music Experience podcast and the number 6. And also, please check out YouTube if you have YouTube on your smartphones and also on your computers, whether it's laptop, computer, notebook, or desktop computers. Just go to the YouTube homepage and type in the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Click on the magnifying glass and look for my picture. I'm wearing a tuxedo. And please click the subscribe button. That lets me know that you are checking out my podcast. If you love all of the episodes that I uploaded on seasons 4 and 5, please subscribe, please support, please give me a thumbs up, please leave a comment, and please pass it on. This has been the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast Report on Substack. I'm Sam Wilson Jr. Take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and your evening. Have a good week, and please be safe.